Oh, hello. Welcome to another episode of me painting again. Here we go again. I'm just putting some paints out. Got the Artisan water mixable oils. Artisan water mixable oils. There you can see now. And oops. And we have our I've got a load of paints ready. I don't know which ones I'm going to use. I'm using this picture. Let me just show you this picture. This is a photo that I took a while ago of Robin Hood's Bay, I think it was, where I was at the time, and I thought it was a good scene, so I thought I'd try and use it as my reference for a picture. Do something similar, not the same, of course. I never want to do exactly the same. Well, not when I'm playing around. So I have it there ready, and I can look at it and sort of mix colours to it. And I've got French Ultramarine Blue out. I'm starting to wish that I put Cerulean out. See, I always make decisions half the way through. Yeah, Cerulean Blue, yes. The old favourite, Cerulean Blue and Ultramarine. The lid is almost fused on. Cerulean Blue, there we go, got a bit of that as well. We like that colour, I like it a lot. Okie dokie doo. Let's do a bit of a sketch first, and let's use like a bit of browny green or something, just so I've got an idea. Green, big green. I want a bit of burnt. Ooh, I'm all thumbs today. A little bit of burnt umber. So I'll just tell you what colours I got on my palette, because these are the colours I'm going to use. I can't imagine using anything else, unless I added a red. Let's put it there, and then we might use it. Okay, so I can't see the screen on one of the cameras, so I'll just have to hope that it's in shot. So we have cadmium red hue, yellow ochre, permanent sap green, cadmium yellow pale hue, burnt umber, ivory black, French ultramarine blue, cerulean blue, and titanium white. And that is all the colours I'll use. I won't use anything else for this painting. So he dips it into some water, and he begins with a bit of green and brown on his brush. Maybe you should do this whole episode talking as a third person point of view. Jason adds a little bit of water into his paints and then mixes it a little bit on his brush. Nah, I think that'll freak me out after a while. We'll just be normal. So I'm thinking about the shape of this. I quite like the way it's curved and then it just drops. You made that a bit too big. Sort of like this, bit of land like that. Something like that. And there's a bit that juts out there as well. Now I was sort of toying with the idea of changing this and having multiple headlands, and I'm still unsure about that actually, the idea of it. I quite like the idea of it. But anyway, I'm just messing. Right, let's have a look. And then we've got the ground, the sort of mossy area. Mossy area all around here. We don't really need a drawing for that, we know it's there. Maybe we can just split it, because that's where we're going to do some water, and then a little bit like that. Yeah, that'll do. Just having a quick drink. For some reason, when I film, my throat gets really dry. And I can't understand why. Maybe it's all the talking, and the concentrating, and the painting. Maybe it's the paints. Maybe I'm allergic to the water mixable oils. Pretty sure I'm not. Okay, so I'm just wiping this brush, giving it a wipe, and then we'll start throwing some colour on this canvas. So I don't want to be a wimp in this painting. No wimpiness for this one. You know me, I do paint in different ways, and today I want to paint in more of an impressionistic way. More impressionistic. Lots of blue and white. So I don't want to be, I want more of this colour. Nice warmer blue. So I don't want to be afraid of this painting, I want to just go for it. So I've got some colour there, I've got some colour here. And it's very easy to be fearful of a painting, and I have been in the past, scared of what's going to happen, if you're going to mess it up. But really, doesn't matter. If it messes up, who's going to know? Are you going to tell anyone? Are you going to film yourself like I'm doing? So if I do mess it up, well, you'll be able to see. But then again, if I do mess it up, maybe I'll just delete it. Maybe no one will ever see it. So it doesn't matter. You've got to take that idea of messing up a painting out of your mind and just go for it, because the thought of messing up a painting is going to mess up a painting. It's going to put you off, and you're not going to be able to do it, and that's a problem, because I want you to be able to do good paintings. So I want you to have a bit of self-belief, tell yourself, you know, I've seen Jason do a painting, so I can do one. I mean, geez, you can do it, I can do it, right? Yeah, it's true. So I try, and I know my lessons lack some of the technical instructions of some that some have, but I try and give you enough information to get you started, and then you can soon overtake the likes of me. Whoa, I'm putting paint everywhere. Just wiped that off. I don't want paint on that. That's my my painting holder, my picture holder. Wait, what's the word? Portfolio. My portfolio of greatness. So I'm thinking in the sky. It's not greatness in there. Portfolio of rubbish. Actually, there is some good drawings in there, to be honest. Don't want to be too critical of myself. It's a terrible trait. Got to be more positive about your work, about your skill as an artist. Be out there with your paints and show the world that you are a painter. But it is true, you should be confident. And if you want to be a painter, if this is what you want to do, then you've got to get out there and do it. You can't just watch loads of videos and then go, well, I've seen that episode now, I know how to do that. Like, let's watch another one. And I say that because I did that for a while when I was watching loads of Bob Ross episodes. And I was like, well, I probably should do a painting now. I've watched a few episodes, I should be able to do it. And then you get the brushes out and the paints out, and you realise it's not as easy as you thought. It's better to actually paint along. If you can paint along, that's great, isn't it? It's like you're having a private lesson. People would pay millions for a private lesson with me. I'm in a funny mood today. I don't know what's happened. Maybe it was the food. Yeah, maybe it was my dinner. Maybe it's because I'm painting. I don't know. When I'm painting, I'm happy. I'm happy because I've got the brush out and I'm throwing paint on the canvas like this. And I was doing some long videos. And I like doing these as well, these nice. And did you notice that brush stroke? Did you notice it? I like doing different brush strokes in the picture. I like to change things up. Curves, lines, shapes. White there. Any areas that's like too bright, you can get rid of them. Any areas you don't like, get rid of them. Okay, and then I think there's a bit of light in here, this area. Bit of water. Okay, and then along here. Along there. Let's sit back, have a look. Do I like what I've done so far? You know, I really do. I think it's fantastic. I love painting like this. I should do more. I should do more like this, really. But then I like painting in other ways as well. It's so hard. It's so hard when you like painting in various ways because you don't know which one to do. But then just do them all. Enjoy yourself. Right, let's get some green. I need to make a couple of colours for the background. And it looks green, obviously. And it looks a bit yellow in places. And it also looks a bit brown in places. Let's just mix a yellowy green a sec. Bit of white in there. So that's too bright. I think it needs a bit of blue. So I would say that's probably too blue now. That's pretty good. That is pretty good. Now we need another one, another colour. let's mix it up here. Green and blue. A bit more blue, I think. I want to mix this, which is pretty close to what we've got already. Okay. A bit more blue in that. I think I need a bit more green in it. Too bright. That's probably right, that's down there now. Wow, it's way too bright still. It's not far off. Right, I'll get it about right, and then that'll do. Probably about that. And that'll do. I think it needs a bit of this in it. A bit of the sky. Quite like that. It's not quite right. Just put some yellow out, because I'm going to need some of that for later. I want to take a bit in there, just to green this up a little bit. That'll do. Sort of a greeny blue. It's not quite that. I feel like I want it to be closer to that. I think that's more like it. Yeah, I quite like that. Let's see what that looks like on here. Yeah, that's more like it. Let's put some of these marks in. I've got a few colours now, and the reason is I want to put different colours on here, so it's not all the same. Put some of this colour along here. Use another brush. Another brush, let's get some of this. Just along there. Okay, so a little bit of white on that. Yellow on this as well, this land here. Let's create that shape there. Where else is there? We can get some colour. Now I could do with a bit of the yellow ochre as well, so I want to do some of the background bits. Some yellow ochre, some ochre, some white, some of this green. Some of that blue. Sort of a yellowy ochre bit. Let's put some of that in here. Okay, maybe some there as well. Gonna kind of make stuff up a bit. I think I need a bit of brown as well. Let's get a little bit of umber out. Get some of that umber in this colour. That's better. So use that brush stroke a bit. And here, probably needs more brown in this area. Bring that up to there. Okay. There's a bit of grass coming down it. Light on that bit there. Now I'm thinking about the trees again. The trees, I'm just gonna looking at those trees and they sort of go there. Using the different shades of green to break things up a bit. Over those trees, there is green. Except in the autumn. Or actually in the winter as well. Okay. Just sitting back, having a look at what I've got, see if I like it, see if I want to change anything, see if I want to make it more like the image or not, or whether I'm okay with the way it looks. I actually quite like it so far. I'm happy to let it stay as it is. Get a bit more green in that colour. Use that green a bit. Use a bit of the sandy colour to break that up. A bit more of the browny colour. More of the brown. Get a little bit of the blue in the brown just to darken it a bit. Sitting back, having a look. So there's certain areas that I feel need a bit more separation. I always have to sit back and have a look though, always. And you can sort of work out what you feel needs changing, what you feel is needed. whether you need a brush stroke here, or a light one, or a dark one, or a bit of colour, whatever it is. And then you just sit back and you come forward and put it in. Okay. Get a little bit of colour in that bit there. Okay, let's sit back. Just going to get a bit of that water. Just go along there. Just to clean that bit up a bit. Sit back again. There is a line of there, and then back with my white. I kind of want to have a bit of a more blue in it, like that. Okay, now ask yourself, do you like what you've done so far? Do I feel like it needs changing in areas? Yeah, I think I want to give some areas a bit more of a brush stroke or two. Okay, I'm finding those two a bit dark, so I'm going to sort of let them blend away a little bit. Okay, get some of the brown. Brown along here. Okay. Just throwing in some colour, like quite thickly there. I just want to straighten that off. Okay, I quite like that. I like all those different shapes that you can't quite make out that clearly, really. I feel like this should be a little lighter in shade, just so it disappears a little bit more behind, pushes back a little bit. Just sit back, have a look. Quite like what's developing. Get some more of this colour. Could do with some more burnt umber. Need more burnt umber. Get some more burnt umber on the palette. I'm gonna throw some of this blue in it. Get it nice dark. And then I'll move some of it. Throw in a bit of white. There we go. Then I can put some in here. Put in about there. And like when you're doing these watery bits, because I'm using quite a lot of paint, I can just go over it and then I can create the shape that I want. Like that area. Might get a bit more white in it. For recession, send it back for this area. So I've kind of created more sky than in the original. That's okay. I'm okay with that. Oh, I didn't notice that. There's a bit of a river there. A bit of a... Whee. Put that in. Put a few more bits of... oops. Just moved the whole thing. Bit of that. I like that. Right, let's... what have we got on our brush? We need to make that more yellow. More of that green, which is kind of a... It's more oaky. More yellow oaky. Okay, oaky. Yeah, it's more like that, sort of a sandy yellow, and we'll put that in places. Use a bit of light pressure, get some of it in, a little bit of white I think. I think we'll switch brushes. Okay, use this one. Just get some of that paint off. Just a bit of paper. Okay, a bit of white on this. Bit of white on it. Let's drag some of this across. This, and then in front of this I want some here. I want a sandy bit using that brown, and there's a little bit of yellow ochre in there. Sandy bit there. Okay, I quite like that. Throw in a few of these bits. I do this just to separate this foreground as well. Okay, and then go into the yellowy bit, yellowy colour, and put some of these yellowing like that. I'm not really looking at the my reference anymore. I'm kind of making my own decisions a bit. Okay. Just putting in colour. Needs to be a bit dark around that area. Okay, sit back, having a look, seeing what we've got. Just want to straighten that off a bit. Yeah, and now what I'll do is I'll get a little bit of light in amongst this and just break it up a bit. So it's not all the same colour. And then have another sit back. Think if I like what I've got? Do I feel like anything needs changing? No, I quite like it actually. Maybe I'll put a rock there. Yeah, I think we'll call this one finished. It's a very loosely painted painting, but I enjoyed myself and I feel looser and happy to do another picture at some point. I'm sort of looking at areas I can add a bit of colour there. And I feel like maybe I could add a few little green bits there. Yeah, I think that'll do. We'll leave it at that. So that shows you me having a bit of fun doing a painting using brush strokes. Painting fairly loosely. In fact, very loosely really. And even if you're a beginner, you could do this easily. You could paint like this. So thanks very much for watching this painting, and don't forget, if you've got any questions, check out my Facebook. You can ask them there, or post them down below and maybe I'll answer them. Or maybe someone else will, who's got more knowledge than I have. So thanks very much for watching, and I'll see you at another one. Cheers, bye.